side, but I was looking for you. I'm always looking for you. I brushed it off, pushed it aside, but I couldn't help. I was looking for you. Yeah, I was looking for you. I am a answer real deep. I am the silence in the road, just a figure in the door. As if coming for the storm. If I fall, you catch me. Push me back up on my feet. Feel the strength inside of me.
Hello and welcome everybody to another Tuesday night full of action-packed racing here with the HCK Beagles Super Speedway iRacing League here. We're gonna have a great one for you tonight. 170 miles at Talladega, and this one's going to be proudly brought to you by Numb Gaming. Evolve your gaming experience. Definitely go check them out. But we'll get more into tonight's wonderful sponsor a little bit later on. But first things first, we will start off with our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
And thank you for that one. As I said, man, we're in for a great show here tonight at Talladega Super Speedway. And only way to really get this party started is to introduce ourselves. I'm Alan Brown, and I am joined in the booth, as always, with Mr. Alan English. Alan, how you doing tonight, brother?
I'm always doing good when we're going to Talladega. That's just a cold, hard fact right there. Especially these guys that run these truck series, because they're so drafty, they're so much fun in a pack. They're forgiving, they're durable. I always enjoy truck race, especially at a super speedway. So I'm really looking forward to this race tonight.
Yeah, down there on pit road, who really loves this style of racing because it can definitely lead to a lot of anger, especially kind of towards the end as things get a little helter-skelter. That's Mr. Adam Turner. Adam, how are you doing tonight?
Oh, I'm doing good. I'm looking forward to another night of racing with the HCK Beagles guys. 2 fast repairs, 75% fuel, 65 laps at Talladega. I mean, why wouldn't you want to be here? I'm having technical issues, but if you lose me at some point, I'll try to return.
Don't we lose you like every race, but usually to beverages rather than technical stuff?
Yeah, now I'm going to combine the two. We'll see how good this works.
Take the computer, man.
One can only imagine as we take a look at today's racing info. Big old track here, so it's going to be wide open, full throttle all race long, but the weather looks pretty good. The track temp is staying nice and cool, so shouldn't see too many issues there regarding maybe a little bit of a slide up in the corner or anything like that. That's also going to bring us down to that key to the race, and tonight, that is patience. That 170 miles is a long way here at Talladega. That's plenty of laps to make up ground and make some moves, so got to be patient with it. You don't need to force the issue until we start closing in here in the final 10 or so laps.
Yeah, quite a few laps, 65 laps. What is that, 170 miles? So it sounds like a long race, but once these guys get rolling, especially if they stay green, they'll click those off pretty quick.
That we will, as we are currently under the qualifying condition here. Got just about everybody all in there putting in a qualifying time in as of right now. And sitting on top of that board, man, he is all over the place when it comes to the front. That is the 13 of Rick Spencer Walt. We see him, he's been up front a lot in the last few of these races.
Yeah, up front in the races and near the top of the leaderboard in the points standings. So I think it's him and Critchley and Kevin Winker, your top 3 drivers right now. But still early in the season, there's a lot of drivers that are within striking distance. So we may see a little bit of reorder here in the next race or two, as some guys, guys have some bad nights some days, and other guys, they'll have a great night. Great thing about this plate racing, this pack racing, is that everybody's in the same equipment. It's fixed setup. If you're good with drafting strategy and stuff like that, even if you're not fast at the technical tracks, you can pick up a win here. So we may see a dark horse emerge and take the win here at Talladega.
Yeah, I mean, you can go from chump to champ in no time here. Hey, I mean, you're going to have to be patient. Let's not let it rip right off the bat. Take your time, find your friend, figure out who your enemy is, and then roll it, dude. That's the name of the game here.
As we start to slowly wind this qualifying session down, let's have a quick mention again about our sponsor over there at Numb Thumbs Gaming. And you know what? We have someone in our midst here that's got a little insider information. That's Mr. Alan English.
Yeah, the Numb Thumbs guys are on there watching us right now on YouTube. Alabama Old Man, the Numb Thumbs gaming community, Richard G. These guys have a great community set up. Check out Numb Thumbs Gaming on Facebook. They also have a website. It is numbthumbsgamingcommunity.net. Go in there and see what these guys are all about. They have an outstanding Discord. They don't just do iRacing. They do American Truck Simulator. They got a kick-ass virtual trucking company on there. They do NASCAR Heat 5. They do Wreckfest. They do giveaways. They do contests. Check them out. They got a pretty big social community and all, and great to see them come on board and sponsoring a couple races here at HCK Beagles. So definitely go check those guys out. They're very friendly over there. If you have any questions, the first thing you do when you sign up for the Discord is you get guys reaching out to you asking if you need anything. So it's pretty cool setup they have over there.
That it is, as qualifying comes to an end here tonight. We're gonna now have our starting grid all set up and ready to go. So how about we do that grid rundown, guys, and tell everybody where their favorite driver is starting here tonight. And we are going to start it off with front row of Canada. Rick Spencer Walt got that pole position with that 27 of Curtis Critchley up there right beside him. Right there in third place is going to be the 51 of Joshua Moore, having a pretty good start here tonight. Same thing with the 60 of Kyle Jackson, also a Canadian. So, man, Canadians taking over this top 5. He's going to be starting outside there in 4th. Brad Taylor's going to be starting here in 5th with the 88 of Zach Staten in 6th. 7th, we've got the 6 of Paul Durkee with the 20 of Justin Lawson starting here 8th. In 9th, we've got that 42 of Kevin Winker with the 25 of Mark Collins rounding out your top 10.
Cody Staten in the 15 truck will be starting in 11th. Nathan Stanley in the 67 starting 12th. Derek Welch in the 1 of your Numb Thumbs racers out there, starting in 13th place. Rick LePage in the 7 will start 14th. Paul Ferdiani in the 66 will start 15th. Bay Area Rob Chowdhury in the 408 machine will be starting in 16th. Richard Gray's out there tonight in the 110 truck. Michelob Machine starting in 17th. Derek Rowdy Puckett in the 8th, starting 18th. Ryan Doty in the 2, starting 19th. And rounding out your top 20, Austin Johnson in the 12 truck.
All right, number 30, Matthew Jones, the chef, 21st. 54, Brandon Coleman, 22nd. 45, Michael Reynolds, 23rd. 5, Stephen Naylor, 24th. 64, Cale Turberville, 25th. 33, Eddie Murray, my favorite baseball player, 26th. 28, Henry Wyndham, 27th. 75 of Brian Skidmore, 28th. 97 of Rodney Griffin, 29th. 18 of Dylan Ellis, 30th. 24 of Andrew Hansley IV. He's always got a big fan base, 31st. 10 of Stone Hutchinson, 32nd. And rounding it out there, Michael Hicks in the 76 truck. And that's a lot of trucks, and it always is. It's always a lot of fun here. I think I fixed my technical issues. I hope we can survive this thing.
Good deal.
And I know there's about 30 plus drivers out there that hope to survive this thing, as well as the pace car leads these guys down that back straightaway for the first time here tonight, getting ready to get all stacked up and go green flag racing here at the high banks of Talladega. And high banks is definitely not a understatement there. These things are tall and these things are steep, but that allows for 200 miles an hour just abouts there once when these guys get going here in the draft. I know we got a whole bunch of people out there on the social medias and whatnots all tuning in and having themselves a great time, so I know they're ready. We're ready as the pace car comes diving off down into that pit road. We're going to be making that way through that extra long dog leg and coming across that line to get this thing back underway. Rick Spencer Walt and Curtis Critchley side by side leading this field down. The green flag is up, getting ready to be waved, and across the line, here they come side by side, row by row, column by column, down into turns number 1 with this race getting underway here. It looks like a nice clean start there up at the front. If anything, man, Rick Spencer Walt is getting a great push there from the 51 of Joshua Moore right off the bat, kind of making sure that top line doesn't get a big run this early on.
Andrew Hansley before saying he was really looking forward to tonight, and Miss Carroll's on there pulling for him already and saying good luck everyone. Let's go Andrew in the 24. Albert Anderson from Vigilantes on here scouting out some HCK racers. They're looking forward to that showdown they got coming up.
Yeah, America's driver, and back here in the back, Austin Johnson looks like he backed into a telephone pole, so I don't know if it was as clean a start here in the rear.
I think Coleman run into him, and he took responsibility for that on the radio.
Side by side as they cross the line, almost nose to nose here at Dega, and our first lap is now officially in the books. Looks like we got 2 solid lanes here, dang near 10 rows deep at least, and that's quickly kind of followed by some separation of people maybe thinking, it's a long race, I'm going to sit back and relax and maybe enjoy the show a little bit and not get my truck up all in there and maybe, waste a fast repair when I really don't need to.
Yeah, pretty good clean start here so far. Joel Moore pulling for Joshua Moore on YouTube. Nate Hughes pulling for Rosetta Motorsports. And let's see, Tom saying Numb Thumbs Gaming to the front. So, Numb Thumbs fans in the house tonight to support this race, the HCK Beagles League.
Yeah, we've seen a lot of this super speedway stuff with these guys. With these trucks, you could probably stay a little bit away from the pack with 3 or 4 trucks and just stay within striking distance if you really want to stay out of the way of when the big one happens, because it will.
Sweet.
We have seen flag to flag racing though at super speedways every great once in a while. So
the chef is up high trying to make it 3 wide, number 30. Let's see how that works out for him. Looks like they're going to back out of that.
Well, that's the thing, too, with these trucks is it doesn't take much to actually get some momentum and make a move, but you still can't do it alone.
Yeah, that's right. You need at least a couple of trucks together to really get a run, unless you're one of those guys that dives up the middle and side drafts, you know, zigzag back and forth between the top and bottom line. We've seen guys go all the way to the front doing that before.
You don't make too many friends doing that. But,
No, that's pretty impressive.
It's a technique, for sure.
Might definitely make some enemies, but hey, you gotta do what you gotta do towards the end.
Oh, Richard Gray sliding up to the high line here. See that beautifully painted 110 Michelob truck.
Some really cool paints out here. I like the Loves truck of number 6. They got Bay Area Rob's got that San Francisco 49ers paint. A lot of patriotic paints out here too, especially from Team America out there. Some great looking trucks running around out there. Speedco right behind the Loves machine. You guys might be teammates.
Yeah, but don't look now. First, second, and third, all on that bottom line, all part of that Team Canada. I know we're calling them Team Canada. I don't think they're officially called Team Canada like Team America is. But Curtis Critchley, Kyle Jackson, and Rick Spencer-Walt, man, they are working together and definitely making the moves happen. As Kevin Winker in that 42, he's been slicing and dicing kind of quietly here, but he has sneaked his way all the way up into kind of like a top 5 spot right now.
Yeah, Team America all together on the outside line right now. They're going to stick together and just hold that line, I think. I don't see them trying to split up at all. They're going to just make that outside line work. They got a lot of trucks together, so a little bit of side to side action there out of the 27. They're negotiating a truck that's on the apron right now. Is the 54. That's Coleman. Yep, 54, Brandon Coleman. Got a little pre-race damage to the front of that truck.
Looks like he safely got out of that.
Yep.
And thankfully for him, this field is so large that he might even be able to hop right into that draft almost coming out of those pits. I mean, they weren't quite 100% clear by the time they reached that back straightaway, and that's a long back straightaway that you can pick up some speed and try to carry some momentum. Man, it's the 60 of Kyle Jackson kind of bobbing and weaving, trying to stay in line with that 27.
Boy, the chef number 30, Matthew Jones, likes that high line by himself out there. I don't know what his game plan is, but he's trying to do it on his own. He dumps back down with the rest of them. He's interesting to see what he's thinking.
Well, he could also be, you know, getting a run, and rather than lifting and trying to end up checking up anybody who's behind him, which currently there isn't anybody. You could just hey, I got room on the outside. I'll go out there.
Check up inside line here. The 60 and the 13 had a little contact from big checkup behind the 27. Sorry about that, Ray.
Oh yeah, no, you're not kidding there, man. As the Zach Staten and Kevin Winker found their way all the way up to the front. Same thing with the 51 of Joshua Morris. The 27 looks like he's going to try to squeeze it 3 wide here in the middle, and we got 2 cars going down across the apron.
Winker and Moore.
Oh no! And that's going to bring out the yellow flag.
Yeah, iRacing caution here, so
it was very close. If he could have kept it below that yellow line, I think they might have not thrown it. But thankfully for Kevin Winker there and the 51 of Joshua Moore, they did. Let's take a quick look back and see exactly what happened here.
Derek Welch in the one machine coming over the radio apologizing for something.
I'm trying to figure out what the Curtis Critchley is doing there in the middle of everything. Yeah, Critchley was taking a 3 wide there and hit Moore into his own teammate, Winker.
Ooh, good.
Yeah, it was just very close. I think the 51 may not have heard the clear from his spotter and started drifting down just a little bit to maybe catch a little bit of a side draft there. And
yeah, he didn't know he was there, I don't think.
No, it's one of those, man. That was a game of millimeters, not inches.
Well,
But
the key is, are they going to be able to get into the pits safely without towing and get back out there with a fast repair?
the answer to that is yes. I don't even think they really had that much damage. I think it was they just kind of got locked in side to side and ended up spinning across the track. And thankfully they had one of the most open areas on this track there to kind of use and get everything all collected back once again.
Thanks, Adam S, for the compliment for the broadcasters. We appreciate you. Thanks for watching us as always. We got some guys that come out and give us a lot of support. And we sure appreciate you guys. And Albert Anderson pulling for the 51 of Moore. He says, "I love that paint scheme. That paint scheme is very patriotic looking, and that's Muhlenberger Custom Homes on that truck. They've actually signed on for a few more races this year for sponsoring, and another great sponsor. We can't put on this kind of race without sponsor support, so we appreciate all our sponsors this season."
Yeah, and Moore and Winker, Team America.
America. Yeah.
They're willing to talk. They're at some point we're going to have to pull them up during one of these cautions. I don't know if maybe we could get some insider information on hatred. If they're mad at Team Canada for pulling that 3 wide, I don't know.
We may have to pull Winker up and ask him what do you think?
We may have to when it gets done here, but don't forget HCK Beagles Racing League.com. You can check out your drivers and all kinds of crap on there. So
driver bios.
Yeah, I don't know if they've added any, but they're really cool. You can kind of learn about these guys and cool stories.
I guess when Winker gets clear of the pits here.
Well, he volunteered himself. I mean,
Yeah.
you got to take the good and the bad. Not yet.
Okay.
He's still sitting there.
Probably have a little bit of damage getting fixed. Probably some aero damage.
As we also had a couple of non-takers there out there, and so we got some new people up here at the front. We got Rob Chowdhury in that 30 of Matthew Jones, the chef.
Oh, look at him go. And the Winker's out of the pits. If we think he's willing to give us a shout out.
Pull him up here and see. Hang on just a second. Hey, Kevin, it's the boys in the broadcast booth. You got us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, what'd you see on that one? Saw a little bit of 3 wide, actually kind of premature, and didn't really work out for Team America. Y'all lost a couple of trucks right there.
Yeah, we got the lead there, and then 27 went 3. I don't know if Josh came down on him or what, but I didn't get too much damage, so a couple optional, and I think I'll be back in it here.
Okay, so good luck the rest of the race, but is that going to fuel any more hatred for the Canadians out there? Or are you guys still friends?
I mean, it ain't going to help the cause, so we'll see what happens here.
All right, man. Good luck to you.
Thank you, sir.
Sorry, I had to, guys. I mean,
Yeah,
I like to just I kind of sometimes make it a little worse than it is, but
yeah,
it wasn't that bad. I think it was. He might not have should have gone 3 wide there, Critchley, but then again, you're driving the truck up top more. You better watch where you're going. So
yeah. I don't know what he saw that made him dive to the middle like that. If he just didn't want to check up, or he thought he could be able to get up there and make a pass. But yeah, Moore just definitely didn't see him, and spotter didn't react or something. Unfortunate for a couple of trucks, but they'll bounce back.
yeah, this is the type of speedway that you want to be at. To get that out of the way early, and you'll be back in the front in no time, as long as your equipment is good.
Sorry, boys, was dealing with some technical stuff on the back end here.
No, that's what we're here for. So you can do the magic, and we can just talk like a bunch of dummies. That's our job.
But yeah, we got Brandon Noah on YouTube pulling for Team America, and Numb Thumb's Game Community said, "Yeah, that's it. Blame it on Canada." LOL.
No, I'm not blaming it on Canada. I'm just saying, America versus Canada. I just want to get
it's a
little bit of the story,
What was that movie, Canadian Bacon? You remember that one?
I remember Strange Brew.
Oh, that was a good one.
Yeah, it's all
Nate
Canadian.
Hughes says, that dude y'all talk to sound like he's from Minnesota. Yeah, there's a
I
lot
think
of guys
he's from Wisconsin. You can check his bio out on the
Yeah, there you go.
HCK Beagles RacingLeague.com page. He's on there.
That's true, he is. Good plug.
That
It's almost like he
is.
worked in TV or something.
Former life.
As the lights on that pace car are now back off, he's going to dive down into pit road, and that's going to leave the 408 and the 30 of Rob Chowdhury and Matthew Jones to lead this one off. But man, if they look in their rearview mirrors, they've got nothing but Team Canada up there with Curtis Critchley, Rick Spencer Walt, and Kyle Jackson sitting right there behind him, and away we go. Big restart there from Rob Chowdhury. The problem was he ain't got nobody going with him. And we got a big gap here at the front, and if you're one of these guys at the front, you got to worry because you're going to get freight trained once when everybody all catches up.
Yeah, there is such a thing as being too far out in front at these plate tracks, and that's kind of what we're seeing right now. Let's see how it plays out here.
Yeah, it looks like the entire field kind of spread out, and they're going to have to tighten back up here. It won't take much, just a couple trucks the way the arrow is on the...
3 wide back here, Chowdhury in the middle. Or, I'm sorry, Critchley in the middle. Some trucks going around in here.
Looks like everyone's being able to do just that. Getting a little tight as...
Oh, Chef just got into the 31.
Oh, we are sideways across the track, and I believe that's going to bring out another yellow.
Yeah, that's our second yellow flag so far. Oh, man. A couple more is here. A couple more trucks getting involved. A Haviline truck and a 99. Coming up on that. That's Stone Hutchinson.
Well, I'd take a ride with Mark Collins in the 25 Numb Thumbs gaming truck, man. He got a good view of it, and luckily it just bypassed the whole thing.
Oh, man, it looks like the 30 just came down into that 31, and a lot of people able to really get around that without too much of an issue. Yeah, a little contact there later on, and who did you say got through there pretty
20.
cleanly? The 20.
Mark Collins was right behind the 25 truck of Mark
25,
Collins.
sorry.
Numb Thumbs Gaming. You can kind of see his point of view there, and pretty interesting. Good maneuver around it.
Yeah, let's find out. Oh, man, yeah, just seeing everybody slide up the track and making that quick little left-hand turn, and Bob's your uncle. He's through clean and clear. It was the same thing for a lot of these guys coming through. That's the entire field checked up there.
So we get
Keep
this.
doing this, I'm going to have to get into my current events section. That's where I tend to get banned, and suspended from racing broadcast.
Or at least
so,
reprimanded.
yeah, harsh. Don't do that again.
Harshly reprimanded.
I'm going to try to stay away from any, topics that might be controversial to people out there.
Bunch of damaged trucks coming down now that the pits are open. 42 to 51.
Well, now's the time to do it. 14 laps in, we got 65 total laps, so we have a ways to go. Let's get this the nerves off real quick, and let's have a long run here.
Yeah, that is exactly what we need. And you know what? We mentioned it just a little bit ago, last caution there with the HCK Beagles official website. Here, let me actually switch to that. And you can see
Magic.
See here, they got a full-on website. You got driver bios, you've got admin bios. Greg Turner there with his beautiful wife, and you can see the past race results. You can see the current standings. You can see just about everything here. And I mean, as we're taking a look here at the past race results, there's a name that pops up there quite a bit, and that's Curtis Critchley, who up until this week had won 4 out of the 5 pole positions there.
Oh man, that's some cool stuff there.
It is definitely something. Go check them out at hckbeaglesracingleague.com.
Yeah, thanks, Brandon Noah, for joining us. Talking about cheese land up there, cheese and beer up in Wisconsin. Buck Myers saying Stone and Dylan are going to be on the podium tonight. You heard it here first. So we will see about that.
Call him the shot, huh?
Jay Knox also pulling for Numb Thumbs Gaming. Sure appreciate them supporting this league with some sponsorship this season. Go check them guys out, man. Numb Thumbs Gaming on Facebook and on the old interwebs. They play all
those
kinds of
guys.
stuff. Somebody told me they play. They also do what was that other one that Star Citizen?
I don't know what the hell.
I don't know Star Citizen, but there's if you're into that, there's another community there for you.
They're probably playing Pac-Man and Frogger, everything. They're doing it all over there.
If they could, they
Very
probably
very popular server. What's that? I had screaming in my ear. COVID Queen's over here yelling at me. I gotta keep it down.
And gaming is definitely one of those things you want to be doing with friends like we are here at the HCK Beagles Super Speedway League, you know. Especially, well, racing, it gets boring when you're all by yourself, but same thing, you know, with that America Truck Simulator, one of those truck sims, you know, those long hauls, man, it can take a little toll, you know, sitting in the seat for, you know, up to an hour and just driving across that country and, man, just having that extra person to sit there and talk to and hang out with, man, those communities are fantastic. As kind of looking through this field here right now, Cale Turbeville having a pretty good race so far, up 14 spots, sitting there in 11th. Same thing with Henry Wyndham in that 28. He's currently sitting in 12th, up 15. Same thing with Michael Hicks in 16th. He is up 17 spots as of right now, so he has basically split the field in half.
Angry Indian 89 on Twitch tonight, saying hey guys, and ADD Transport saying hello all. Welcome guys. Thanks for joining us on the Twitch stream. We got some redundancy built into the broadcast just in case something goes down with one of the other platforms. We got Twitch running. We got on at AAA Broadcasting on Twitch, and we got YouTube and Facebook. So
we have everything. Basically, we have it all. Let's just put it that way. We're gonna make a tip jar for beer money. I don't know how to do it. I'm calling some technical guys, so English and I can afford to drink all this cold beer. Yeah, I'm gonna do that after this.
Nerd help. Albert Anderson said, "Man, these Ted Nugent hot wings are delicious."
Oh, I love those.
Thanks for joining
I hope he's drinking. He's eating the venison too. I know.
Yeah.
Old Ted Nugent. Call of the Wild.
Tony Ramona Waldron says, is that Rowdy Puckett in third? Go Rowdy. Rowdy Puckett is in third place. Here we go. We're going green.
Back to green flag racing here. Once again, those leaders getting off to a big start, and that field is getting all spread out. As looks like Rick Spencer Walt and Kyle Jackson, 2 Canadians, not wasting any time. But here comes that 8 of Derek Rowdy Puckett. Catching right on back up, so we're going to be single. No, we are not going to be single file. Rowdy Puckett not wasting any inch of that momentum. He's going to try to sling it around on that outside. He does have some help coming, but just not quite there yet.
Winker and Moore back here working together, trying to get their way back up towards the front. Way back to the back of the pack right now, though. They got a lot of work to do.
Hey, as long as you're in the pack, you know, that's the main thing. It is spreading out a little bit. And I'm riding along with the Stephen Naylor in the number 5 Berkeley Power Bait truck. What a cool truck. Bass fishing and NASCAR. That's pretty cool, right?
I'm with you there. Alabama old man says LOL, an hour? Oh man, they do a lot more than an hour hauls over there on the ATS server on Numb Thumbs. Them guys do some cross country action. They do convoys every Sunday. I missed out on it this weekend, but They always advertise. Once you become a part of their community, you'll get all the alerts you want for events that they put on. Looks like 54 and the 51 are going to the outside here. It's back for about 20th, I think.
And that it is, as they try to kind of gather up that momentum, catch it back on up to this main pack. We see a little bit of action going on up at the front, but that has calmed down a little bit. Curtis Critchley in that 27 is controlling that outside line, as that 13 of Rick Spencer Walt continues to control that inside line with the help of the 60 of Kyle Jackson being the pusher there. You got Bay Area Rob Chowdhury sitting there in that mix as well. Rob has yet to pit, whereas everyone has come down at least once at this point, other than the 10 of Stone Hutchinson by the looks of it.
Tires aren't a big deal here for the most part. You can go in there, and a lot of these guys did take fuel only on that last pit stop.
Yeah, but that 10 laps of fuel is a lot. It's especially if you're going to be one of the only ones that has to come down on a long green flag run.
Oh yeah.
If you lose any help and lose any draft, it's going to definitely hinder your race chances here tonight.
Yeah, the 64 Cale Turbeville up 16 spots right now, currently sitting in the 9th position, up in the top 10 for Cale from way back at the start of this race. So good job, Cale.
As they go side by side down the back straightaway here, looks like just about everybody is all caught back on up to this main pack here tonight, which means everybody is still in it for a chance to win it. I know we got a couple guys that are maybe a lap or two down just due to damage and tow times and whatnot, but as this one kind of gets closer to the end, I'm expecting a few more cautions, so they might be able to get their laps back as long as they can do the whole dodgeball of dive, dip, dodge, and whatever else.
Something else, yeah.
I think it was dodge again.
Dodge, duck, dip, dive, and dodge.
Yes.
Well, I mean, if they're a couple laps down, they're going to have to work harder than the real Mrs. Poindexter to get up front. Everybody knows that. But it could definitely happen here. You get your laps back pretty quickly if you have a caution or something wild. I mean, we've got a pretty stacked field here from all the way to the front to the back. So
bunch of talented racers. Yeah, these guys do a lot of racing together. They do practices together. Pretty strong. A lot of talent out here.
It looks like we're going 3 wide here a little bit. You have the 51 out there on that far outside. You got the 7 on that far outside. Oh, we're almost scattering 4 wide back there, as maybe some people checked up for something that really just quite wasn't there yet.
51 kind of stuck outside right now. Winker's coming up behind him in the 42. Teammate.
Yeah. Team America, he wants to get to the front there. Whoa, his teammate dropped down on him, so
but there's
work to get up there.
There's still that line of 4 or 5 trucks, though, all still lined up, trying to get that third line running here. Now, 3 wide isn't something you would normally see, here on lap 21 of 65, but Talladega is fairly wide. It's not as narrow as Daytona and allows a little bit more room, so you can definitely run 3 wide here. Just about all the way around without too much of an issue. It's just a matter of making sure everybody's got a firm control on that steering wheel and can go around here and not kind of bump and bang into each other.
You can see what the 51 was doing. He dove in behind Richard Michelob Gray in the 110 machine and then slingshotted around him. Got behind the 1 of Derek Welch in that Numb Thumbs gaming truck and tried to do the same thing. It looks like he's starting to make it work out there by himself on the outside. Needs to come down, throw some side draft down, I think. You maybe get somebody to try to jump up there with him, but nobody's really taking it.
Winker's back here a little bit, I think.
Behind him, yeah.
Uh-oh, Michelob got a little sideways. I don't know if that caused any issue. Guess everybody kept rolling.
Everybody was able to check up, allowed him some space to save it, as we got issues going on up at the front, the 13. Ooh, man, I think he might have gotten a little too hard of a bump from his partner pushing him behind him there, but he's able to get it back up into line. But that checked up that bottom row just a little bit and allowed Curtis Kirchley in that 27 to jump down and take control of that bottom. So that means Derek Rowdy Puckett is leading the charge out here on the outside, as here comes that 51 of Joshua Moore and Kevin Winker. Man, they are making up some ground now.
Yeah, they know what they're doing. Teammates. Man, Richard Gray Jones, the 30 truck, just came up on him, turned him a little sideways. And I think Jones took the worst of that end, but they kept moving, so good driving.
Yeah, the Canadians still up there holding that inside line, sticking together and surviving up there in the front. Chris Rodriguez saying, go NTG. He said, Numb Thumbs, we race 3 wide everywhere. So, these guys are tough racers.
So they threw the F's out the window, basically.
Yeah, so to speak.
That's how they roll. I like that.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, they even got some more help up there at the front. They had, I believe, the 15 of Cody Staten pop on out to that outside to try to help that run go along. Oh, no.
42's around.
42's around, and that's going to cause a big one back here in the middle.
It's like one of the Statens. I think that was the 88 Staten boy. He scraped the wall maybe a little bit and started to check up. And then Winker was back there as kind of a little chain reaction. Hopefully everybody can make it back to the pits without having a tow. A tow just takes forever.
Yeah.
Albert Anderson saying whoever gets behind the 51 and follows him is going to go to the front. That Muhlenberger Custom Homes machine is
Albert's got a favorite.
Involved a lot of it.
You need to listen to him. He knows how to drive.
Oh, yeah, there was a big checkup, and unfortunately the 31 just caught that left rear quarter of Kevin Winker. But here's the impressive thing. For the most part, everybody saved most of it. We didn't have too much heavy contact going there. I saw there, I believe that was the 42 getting a little tag from Winker as, or excuse me, the 24, not the 42. As everything was kind of trying to get back under control. But, yeah, just about everybody able to keep it at least somewhat straight.
Well, the cool part about it... Was there? Well, the cool part about the wreck was I heard a little hatred on the radio. I'm not going to divulge who is mad or at who. But I like that. You got to have a little fire in your belly if you're going to get out here and race with these boys.
Hey, you can't leave us at that.
No, I don't want to divulge names. I don't know if I have authorization.
Just sign a non-disclosure agreement.
I mean, I didn't. I just caught the tail end of it, and it sounded like anger from the number 5 truck, and I'm not sure why, because I wasn't privy to that part of it.
Nope, me neither.
But it just sounded a little angry. It wasn't nothing. Like a real fighting, like I like. It's just kind of a little, hey man, why'd you do that? Or that was uncalled for type of thing.
So a bunch of guys taking fuel only again. These guys.
I'm going to take it all, to be honest with you. Might as well. This could be your last.
If you're one of the trucks that spun, you probably should, And if you did, Winker, Turkville.
Yeah, you flat spot those trucks.
You do, as we see the parade coming down off of pit lane. So that's I think this caution is just about not quite though gonna get us to that halfway, just a little shy of it. And so far we've seen pretty good. We've seen some patience, but we've also seen some maybe some anxiousness trying to get that thing all the way up to the front. I know we saw 3 wide there for quite a while. Once when that third lane really got up and running and had a few trucks there grouped together, they were able to fly on up and even almost got up to that kind of front row.
Yeah. Speaking of the front row, Matthew Jones been involved in a couple incidents. He's back on the front row in the 30 truck, the chef machine. He's on last pit was lap 13. These other guys, lap 25. We'll see if that comes into play. If they can run them down easier, or if the tires don't really matter here. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah, he's running a Chef Works paint out there. He's sponsored by Chef Works. They are a restaurant uniform supplier. They do all kinds of stuff for the restaurant industry. Her name's a little bit scuffed up on the front of that truck, but at least he's getting a little camera time tonight.
Yeah, he's been in a couple incidents, and he's made his way to the front. We'll see if he can make the best of it here. It's going to be tough because it's one place I don't like being in the front.
Yeah, I race a lot better
until
with
the
someone
end.
behind me.
Until the end, right?
I hate being the guy out front on these. You just got a target on the corner of your bumper, you know. Or they're going to tap it, you're going to go around. We're lining back up here. It looks like we'll have a couple of Canadians are going to be split up here, but man, they've been doing such a great job here tonight.
Yeah, they're not going to show any mercy to Matthew Jones in the 30 truck. You better hang on tight because he's going to be going for a ride here in a minute.
Yeah, they own 75% of the front two rows right now. It's a lot of math, I know, but
yeah, it's pretty surprising that anybody from Louisiana like yourself knows that that's high grade math. What do they call it? You're over there high siding. That's what you're doing.
I gotta simplify it for guys like you that, you know, need to take off their gloves and take off their shoes to count.
How'd you know I did that? It's not, yeah, I wouldn't know 75% whatever. But now there's 4 trucks and 3 of them are Canadians, right?
Yes.
One of them is not. Do you think the one that's not, Matthew Jones, understands what's about to happen, or you think he has a plan?
Well, he's also the one that's going to be controlling this restart here because he is the leader. So, I think he does understand the situation up front. The question is, are we going to see another interesting restart like we've seen in the last couple where the field gets all kind of like spread out almost? And like, yeah, we eventually did get everybody back together, but it's just one of those interesting things, everybody leaving that little bit of extra space.
Yeah, we're going to find out, aren't we?
That we are, as that pace car makes that dive down into pit lane here. Once again, going to head off into this tri-oval and try to make our way down and across the line. And yep, that's that track that has that start-finish line quite a ways around this track. It's actually closer to turn 1 than anything else, so either way, here we go. Matthew Jones, Curtis Critchley, side by side, back to green flag racing here. And man, oh man, right from the get-go, people splitting that 30, trying to take it 3 wide, and he's able to hop right back down. But man, Rick Spencer Walt in that 13, he made a great move right at the start and took the lead.
What did I tell you?
The 30 has so much front end damage, he's going to be a lot better off being behind somebody that's got a straight truck. Trying to lead a line, so
I agree, but they just rolled him basically. I mean, he got rolled like in Vegas, time like rolled that way, you know. Hopefully, he can stay in the pack here and keep up with these guys.
Looks like he's doing okay now. Rowdy Puckett's right behind him in that Budweiser Chevrolet.
Yeah, side by side they go as, man, that 30 of Matthew Jones continues to kind of lose ground here, but someone who's making up ground is the 64 of Cale Turbeville. He's now up 21 spots, sitting there in 4th, that 64 truck.
Pretty amazing run for him in the 64 machine. We got the 3 Canadians in a line again, dominating the front end of this race once again.
Oh, but here comes Team America on that outside, so don't hold your breath yet, because you got the, I believe the 54 of Coleman might be, no, excuse me, that's the 51 of Moore. Oh, and we got a big one.
Cody Staten got up in the wall, couldn't get out of it.
What's going on with them state boys tonight?
He may have been the cause of that one. I have to go back and look.
Hey, while you're looking at that, Matthew Jones, a heck of a job hanging on there. I know he got freight train at the beginning, but he really did hang on pretty tight.
Yeah, he
Stayed
moved
with him.
that middle line and was camped out there when the caution came out. He was the lead car in the middle line.
Oh, yeah, you know what? We'll slow it down and everyone can see exactly what happened there. The 15 went out and, yeah, it snagged that outside wall. The 6 had absolutely nowhere to go other than try to make it 4 wide and fit through there. So he slowed up and checked up. And unfortunately, the 20 just ran out of room to try to get that checkup to happen. And man, carnage then ensued as the 6 goes for a wild tumble and bumble.
Man, you had that thing on super slow-mo. What an amazing computer thing you got going on over there.
The 6 and the 20 are teammates from East Coast Racing. As you can see, they both run those Speedco Lowe's paint jobs. You know the 20 did not mean to get into Paul. Justin and Paul there getting together. But hey, sometimes there's nothing you can do. Stuff happens so fast, it doesn't matter how quick you get to the brake, you're still going to hit somebody. Unfortunately, it was a team.
You gotta have some good reaction time here. You know, probably don't need to drink too many cold beers while you're racing here with these guys. Pretty fast.
Man, you ain't kidding. So, trying to catch up to see who it was. I wasn't able to get the number on that, but somebody had that 6 truck as he was in the middle of doing a professional barrel roll right over the top of them, but I wasn't able to find exactly who that was. But man, they could have just stuck their hand, straight up out of the roof and gave Paul Durkee their good old high five.
Oh, Durkee he's still rolling there. I guess he's gonna finally get it fixed. I don't know what he did or if he already did. But that's the cool thing. You got two fast repairs and everything.
Let's see if I can find who that was that Paul Durkee was upside down on top of. It's the Moon Pie machine.
Oh, I love that.
The 67.
I mentioned that truck. Beautiful looking truck.
67 Numb Thumbs Gaming. That's Nathan Stanley in the Moon Pie machine.
Nathan Stanley in the 67. Let's go again here with some roll bar cam and take a look back at that caution one more time. Let's go back to try to find that event. The problem with so many cars, there's so many events because I get an event notification for every single pass. And when you've got 30 cars passing each other, you eventually find it. So here we go, riding around, and whoop. Thankfully, this is a video game, because that would be, well, even in a video game, poor Nathan might need a new pair of pants.
I beg to differ. This isn't a video game; it's a simulation. But yeah, that was pretty amazing. What a view you had there, too, Brown. Awesome job.
So Albert Anderson on Facebook says, almost halfway, time to crank up some Slayer and get aggressive.
Oh, is that his secret? I'm going to have to do that if I ever get back into this, into the seat. From Slayer, that's pretty, that'll get you going.
He turns down the possum and turns up some Slayer. Thanks, Carol, for the compliment. We appreciate it. We're doing our best out here.
You got to be multi-talented. I listen to all kinds of stuff, but Slayer, I know what they're about. I'm going to put some Pantera on, just rock it. With some Ted Nugent.
So Donnie Turbeville says, flip count at Chili Bowl is 15. What's the HCK flip count? How about them hairy dogs? How about that game last night?
I don't know what he's talking about that game last night, but I know that truck probably flipped 6 times. We're probably at 6. What happened last night?
If not more. Oh, just in the great sadness in the state of Alabama.
That's why we're racing here, to kind of try to cheer up the people.
Well, I did I thought I felt something like a Nick Saban tear somewhere.
He's crying all the way to the bank.
Yeah, he doesn't care. Whatever. I mean, the guy's paid off. I mean, I don't know. We went into this yesterday. Where do they get all the money in Alabama to pay those guys to play down there? I mean, what is happening? But that's a whole nother podcast or debate, I guess.
If you break it down by when he throws his headset, I mean, every time he throws his headset, he makes like $25 million. That's kind of what the math suggests.
Well, I want to get to that level here with AAA Broadcast. Y'all do your part. Follow us, like us. I want to throw my headset down and make 25 mil.
Yeah, you know, have yourself a summer yacht, a winter yacht, you know, log cabin for one of the solstices. You know.
Now you're talking. Now these guys are arguing about fried chicken on the radio. I love it. Canada versus America. So that's what they're talking about on the radio right now. They're saying Canadians don't know anything about fried chicken. So I kind of like this league.
Hey man, these races can go kind of long, and people get hungry out there. So I know some of the people up here at the front are definitely looking for this one to maybe try to go green the rest of the way as we go back to green flag racing with Curtis Critchley up at the front. You have that 60 of Kyle Jackson right there, and he's going to be able to slide in. It looks like the 13 of Rick Spencer Walt might have taken his time getting up to speed there, saying, "Come on in, Kyle, come on in."
Pretty clean restart so far. A little bit of shuffling back here around 7th place. Got guys coming around Chef here. Looks like Brandon Coleman.
And everything got kind of spread out there once again. Just one of those interesting restarts where, you know, maybe not everybody was quite ready to get back going. And, man, the person who's kind of suffering the most for it right now is that 8 of Derek Rowdy Puckett. Kind of got left all alone there on that outside, but now he's got the help, and he's going to have a big-time push here. It looks like he's got that 54 Coleman all over that back bumper, and he's got Brad Taylor right there as well.
Brad Taylor, one of those guys that he's thinking about jumping to that outside. He's kind of watching what Winker and the 408 are doing behind him. Let's see what he does here. Looked like he was thinking about it for a second.
That's some good action out there. I can't stop thinking about fried chicken. Everybody tell us your favorite fried chicken place for your part of the country.
Southern Classic in Shreveport.
That's your favorite?
Man.
I like Chicken Express. I like Popeyes, Chicken Express. Pretty good stuff. Brown, you got any chicken places up there in New England?
No, we're a dairy state.
No.
They'll probably just do shake and bake.
Oh, what are those?
Shake and bake.
We don't even have those, man. We have like a total of 2 Taco Bells in the entire state. What are you asking me?
Oh, you get the shake and bake from the store and you rub it on the chicken. And
Oh, that, okay, yeah.
It's not real fried chicken.
Look at the 42 of Winker out here. He'll pass the truck and duck down. Pass the truck and duck down. He's doing what the 51 was doing earlier. I don't think it's going to work on Brad Taylor here, though. I don't think he has enough.
Yeah, I don't think, I think you're correct there. I don't think he does. And especially as he starts getting up here towards the front, these guys are a little bit more racy and not leaving as big of a gap. So he's going to have to be careful about picking and choosing when he's going to bob out to that outside. I know he's been waiting for, someone to kind of join him out there. And, with only 2 or 3 trucks, you can make a move on that far outside line. But as of right now, everyone maybe being a little bit more patient as we're down to 30 laps to go here at Dega.
Hey, Adam, Albert Anderson chiming in on the chicken debate. He says there's a place called Cluck U Chicken, Georgia Avenue, Washington, D.C. That's his favorite.
I've never been there, obviously, but it sounds good.
If I'm ever in
America's driver should know everything. That's what I think he's probably. Oh, truck hitting the wall there in front.
Blaine on YouTube saying
it's still 4 wide here up at the front,
wreck.
And it's going to be a big one. Oh, man, the 51 gets all knotted up. There's some more tumbling and bubbling there for you, Donnie. You got more flips going on. Man, that was a big one.
67 in a moon pie truck flipped at one roll. Wow.
Looks like the 8 and the 54 getting together was the what caused that. Check out the view from the 76 truck. That one might be an interesting one to watch. Kind of all happened right in front of him. Oh, saw a couple trucks go over.
Thankfully, a lot of people were able to make it through, but yeah, that was a rough one. And you said it was the 76 of Michael Hicks. Let's take a ride around here with him as it happened right in front of him.
Yeah, that's gonna be
Gosh. Wow.
Shooting it straight up that far outside. He couldn't see that. They were getting 4 wide in front of him, and man, that was just a absolute knot ball of cars and just nowhere to go.
Yeah, I think it all started with Coleman kind of getting in the back of Puckett, caused him to hit the wall. And then some checkups happened, and all hell broke loose. Would y'all consider that the big one?
yeah,
that was pretty big.
And Blaine Wilkes on YouTube says Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. Lolo's Chicken and Waffles. I love some sweet and savory together, man.
Oh, like the chicken waffle thing?
Throw some fried chicken on a waffle and just put syrup on all of them.
Yeah, they invented that recently, I think, in my lifetime, and it turned out to be a winner.
Newer thing.
Yeah, it's pretty amazing. I'm going to have to give that a 2 thumbs up.
What's this going to do to people's pit strategy here? I mean, we still got a lot of laps to run here. There's really...
Oh man, it's gonna be close. It's gonna be one of those. If you're able to save kind of in that mid pack area, I think you'll be able to make it to the end here on fuel.
Well, that and all these caution laps are really going to save a lot of gas for guys.
Yeah, I'm more concerned with what it's going to do for your beer strategy over there in Louisiana. I know you were running short. Probably need...
There is a ration plan in place that's being strictly enforced by myself.
Okay. Make sure you take care of that. I mean, if I have to, I'll order, the delivery
Drizzly
thing.
or something.
Yeah, they can deliver beer now.
We're not endorsing Drizzly at all. We're not getting paid by Drizzly.
Is that a thing?
Drizzly.
Oh,
Hey, you know what? Maybe we need to call him up and say, "Hey, man, send us a 6-pack per race each."
There you go. See, I'm always looking for extra perks for doing this stuff. I mean, I love the racing part and talking to the interaction on YouTube and all that, but you start sending us beer to our door, now we're talking.
Yeah, but we got to mention tonight's sponsor once again, Numb Thumbs Gaming. Please check these guys out on Facebook and on the internet. Once you become a part of their community, there's so much to do. There's always people online doing stuff. If you're into Sims, if you're into any kind of racing, the trucking, Star Citizen, they pretty much have something for you. They also do Farm Sim, which a couple of us have done quite a bit. So yeah, check them out. Check out Numb Thumbs Gaming. There's something for you on there. There's a whole nother community out there to be a part of, and they're a great bunch of guys.
Since we're checking stuff out, let's check out HCK BeaglesRacingLeague.com as well. These guys are putting on a show, a lot of fun. I like this super speedway stuff. I think it's our favorite English. I know that.
By far, man. By far. I love it.
There is a lot of strategy involved. Everybody thinks, oh, you're NASCAR, you're stupid. You watch that, you're some redneck. No, that's incorrect.
It's just left turns. Yeah.
It's not. There's a lot involved. Even here on the simulation. I mean, it's simulating a real race conditions. So iRacing's done a great job. It's not perfect by any means, but pretty fun to be a part of.
Big update came out today for Daytona. I guess they added like a turtle or something right in the middle of one of the little chicanes there, Brown.
Yeah,
You're a road guy.
that they did. So it's going to be a little bit more of a bumpy ride if you're not careful around that road course now. And you know,
Won't just be a 1X. It might be a missing bumper.
yeah, it might be broken suspension. That's what it might be. As you know, that's a great thing also about this iRacing platform is you don't. They do a pretty good job with a lot of these tracks that are still running. You know, every single year they'll go back out and laser scan it. That's right. They take a big old laser and walk around the entire thing to get every micrometer of every little crevice that you could imagine here at these tracks. So it's as real as it gets. And they definitely prefer to keep that stuff all up to date and give you the best racing experience that you can. Because what other great thing can you say that's like, man, I remember when I got wrecked here in turn 2, just like, David Blaney did, It's
Yeah.
just that little extra, man, I was right there too. As the pace car comes diving off down into the pit lane here once again. You got Cody Staten up here at the front with Curtis Critchley this time. You got Rick Spencer-Walt and Kyle Jackson. So Team Canada still all grouped up together there at that front. But you also got Cale Turbeville making some moves. Kevin Winker finally not involved in one of these wrecks, so he's able to stay kind of up towards this front as we go back to green flag racing here, and it looks like we're gonna get this one all stacked back up, and yeah, this one is a lot tighter of a restart.
Yeah, being told by one of the Numb guys too that they also do Wreckfest. So if you play Wreckfest, that's another fun racing sim that it's all about wrecking. And hopefully we won't see too many more wrecks in this little race tonight and keep this from being a Wreckfest completely. Little 3 wide action back here. 66 looking outside of the 18. Ooh, barely clear. Paul Ferdiani almost got into by the 18 sliding up there.
Yeah, man, as Paul Durkee was 3 wide there, which I believe that was the 18 of Dylan Ellis. Dylan Ellis, someone we haven't really talked about that much, is that 66 of Paul Ferdiani. Looking towards that outside again. He knew some of the guys were going to jump out with him. The problem is they just couldn't get grouped up in time and kind of lost some momentum there. So they're going to try to get everything all grouped back up and tight once again as Curtis Critchley retakes that lead. Has Kyle Jackson sitting right there behind him, trying to give him a big old push. Cale Turbeville doing a great job out there. He's got a little bit of help from Paul Durkee. You also got Cody Staten still up there towards the front. He's chilling around in that bottom line, trying to keep that car underneath himself and have a great run to the finish here. As man, we got that Budweiser 8 of Derek Rowdy Puckett making a move on his own here on the outside.
Yeah, and I know we haven't talked about Dylan Ellis much tonight, but that Toyota, that green Interstate Batteries Toyota truck that he's driving, he's up 24, 25 spots. He keeps moving back and forth here, but 24 spots right now, sitting in 6th. He's your hard charger of the race so far tonight.
And not too far off of him, you also got the 2 of Brian Doty. He's up 8 and currently sitting in 11th. We don't hear a lot from Brian that much, but he's doing a pretty good job here. And you know what? He hasn't really been in that many wrecks either.
Yeah, number 2 truck's pretty clean. Hopefully he can keep it that way. Well, Adam, I hope your wife is starting to feel better. I know she's been down with COVID, which is a lot of people around the country feeling that, but it sounds like she's kicking its ass.
She whipped its ass. It came straight out of a laboratory developed by the United States of America in conjunction with China. We saw news of that today. Yeah, well, that's where she got it. If you go to Houston, you know you're going to catch something. I mean, hell, I did, 20-something years living in that place. Somehow I made it out alive. But, yeah, she's surviving. Thank you for asking.
Good deal, man.
The
Cale
COVID queen.
Turbeville, the COVID queen. Cale Turbeville up here leading this race now. Started in 25th position. Now up here leading this thing. Good job, Cale. I know Donnie's watching him.
Yeah, he had a great run last week from what we saw. As man, something went on right behind them as people started to bob and weave quite a bit and try to pick and choose their lanes. So we had a big separation. We're 3 wide. Everything's all scattered about, helter-skelter. People trying to figure out what's going on up here at the front.
Rick Spencer Walt trying to use that outside line to get back up there. Paul Durkee right behind him trying to help him. It's just hard to get that line going with 2 trucks. They need a little help. It looks like they might get some from who's that? Josh Moore in the 51 coming up. Maybe do a little pushing. Dylan Ellis jumping to the outside. He'll be in front of that outside line now. Still 3 wide, about 4 rows deep here. It's getting kind of scary here.
Yeah, his 18 truck went high. Looks like he's almost blocking some guys over there almost. I don't know the plan on that one, but these guys definitely have a plan.
That's called keeping them honest.
He's doing that for sure.
See Chef in the 30. Chef Boyardee in the 30. He's having a little trouble
Ooh, as we
keeping that thing on the line down there.
take a ride inside the 2 of Brian Doty, who is currently trapped in the middle of that gigantic wind tunnel that's going on around him. He's doing a great job keeping that thing under control and all over that back bumper of the 8 of Derek Rowdy Puckett. Able to kind of try to escape out of that 3 wide situation that he might not have liked, and it looks like it has kind of fallen apart there.
Yeah, this ain't like drive down the interstate, folks. You see how fast they're going. 185, 190 miles an hour in the draft. And, I mean, they're bumper to bumper. Something happens, you cannot stop in time. You cannot react fast enough. So you're just hoping the guys in front of you are maintaining a line and staying safe.
Yeah, this is like I-35 in Waco right here, except there's no pistols hanging out the window.
And they're not going quite as fast.
No, exactly. Oh, man.
I will say, if you guys are into the iRacing simulator and like to do this plate track racing, don't do one of these races and then go out and jump in your regular car and jump on the highway, because you might be a sane human being, but believe me, that foot ends up going a little bit lower, and those bumpers tend to get a little bit closer after sitting in one of these packs for this long.
It happens every time I watch a race or I race a race, and I get on I-49 south of Shreveport heading down towards Pineville, and I catch myself moving over to the left, throwing a side draft on the sedan beside me. I do it sometimes.
You're probably running shine down to Pineville. That'd be my guess. I won't tell anyone.
I'm not telling anybody what I've been going down there for.
As it almost went 3 wide. Oh no, up at the front, the 27 getting turned. Curtis Critchley. Oh man, that's gonna
Collecting a bunch of guys.
That is the big one, as we got the 76 going for a tumble. Add that to your flip count. Man. And everything was going so good
one
there.
was going to make it through. The one of Derek Welch, one of our Numb Thumbs gaming partners, saw this happening and checking up and couldn't go anywhere and just T-bones the 27 of Critchley. Yeah, check out the ones, Cam.
That I will, as soon as we kind of figure out what happened here. Was it just a matter of bumpers not being completely square? Yes, that is exactly what it was. Just bumpers not being completely square. Oh man, yeah, you can see the one there just absolutely pile driving into that 27. We had a few people make it through, but we also had a few people not. That goes for Paul Durkee in that 6. As that's kind of the danger of when things happen kind of up there at the front. As there's really not much you can do.
The one Canadian did not mean to spin the other one. I'm sure he's saying he's sorry.
Love that infighting.
Derek Welch just could not avoid that. We love our Numb Thumbs gaming partners. Came on board to sponsor some races this season. Just not working out for a couple of these guys tonight, though.
That's tough out here. 16 truck, we can add a couple of flips to our count. He got sent for a ride.
Man, we're going to be able to maybe challenge the Chili Bowl here for total flip count. And they have a full weekend of racing.
Yeah, let's get it all done today. I mean, might as well. Everybody's coming down for the most part here.
Yeah, that they are. It looks like maybe Matthew Jones staying out once again. Man, that 30 truck has been on his own strategy just about all race long. And, it's been working out for him. He's been up towards that front a lot today. And so that's going to cause some interesting aspects here when everybody all cycles back through and comes back out of their pit stops. And
he still has a lot of heavy front end damage. I
Has
don't know if
he
he must have run out of fast repairs.
already? I mean,
Must have. The Chef
wow.
RD's got a lot of damage, bud.
He's been in some incidents, but
Let's make
look at the
off
Chef
the
Works truck trying to make some ground running out here. Get his sponsor happy.
Only an interesting restart for him for sure. Yeah, Refined Motorsports. They look like they was going to have a pretty strong day, and just incident after incident, especially the 27 there. You know that he just did not want to be sitting in the pits right now getting his car worked on.
Yeah, Michael Hicks is doing that right now, sitting in the pits, getting that truck worked on. Eddie Murray's in the pits. Rick LePage, Derek Welch. Looks like they're going to be there a while, along with Curtis Critchley's still down there too.
Well, what do you guys think? What are we going to see this last 10 laps or so? Well, I guess when we restart, we'll probably have, maybe 9 to go?
oh man, it's been a wild ride so far. And you know what? I think we still have one more big tornado to head through this field before we can really call this one kind of coming to a close. Just based off what we're seeing. I mean, we've seen people go 3 wide here pretty successfully, and everybody's been pretty stable. It's just been little things like that where bumpers weren't quite exactly in line and just getting touched at the wrong time. And man, it's just been kind of one of those nights here at Dega.
It is not hard to send these trucks sideways. It's the 30s coming in with that heavy damage, probably to give these guys up front a chance to do some racing. But yeah, the trucks are very forgiving, but yeah, if you tap somebody in the corner or turn the wheel a little bit while you're in contact with their rear bumper, they're going to go around.
Well, I'm starting to feel a little bit of anger out there, so I like that. I think they sent the 30 into the pits, or he was going to get a black flag. So.
Oh, I didn't catch that on the radio traffic.
Yeah,
Sometimes we miss stuff. We got a lot going on here.
Yeah, there's a lot going on. I always like to listen to the little anger and hate and all the cool stuff, you know. And the Chef Works got his truck fixed. Well, he did have a fast repair. Look at
Okay,
that.
cool. He was just saving it. Don't count him out. I mean, anybody that's got a clean-looking truck has got a chance here. We've seen it so many times. If you're on the lead lap, you can still do some damage out there, so to speak. Not damage per se, but
Well, here's where I don't want to be. Right where Rowdy Puckett is right now.
oh, you ain't kidding.
Leading this field. It's a tough challenge up front here, but he's got Winker behind him in Staten, so we'll see if Team America can help him out.
So he'll be starting on the outside, isn't he? Is he starting on the outside?
Staten will be, but I think Winker's starting behind him. It's hard to tell with these computer things going on, you know.
Looks like is that sorry, I'm having issues now too.
Yeah, my computer's starting
Rick
to smoke.
Spencer Walt will be leading them off. Rowdy Puckett will be on the outside. Winker will be pushing the 13, and it looks like
Okay.
pace car's coming on down there.
Computer's
Staten will be
overdrive.
pushing Rowdy Puckett on the outside here, maybe.
As we get ready to go back to green flag racing here, Rick Spencer Walt Derek Rowdy Puckett. Man, he's having a great race. We've seen him up front just about all dang race. Coming to the line here, back green flag racing. Another big leave here. You got Kevin Winker up there, and then a huge gap sitting there right behind him. That's going to allow, I believe, Cody Staten to drop back down into that bottom line. And we got just 3 or 4 cars up here until everyone tries to get all regrouped. But yeah, this is another one of those restarts, man. It's just like, I don't know what happened, whether people were sleeping at the tree or something, but we are very spaced out.
Some of the Numb Thumbs guys on YouTube talking about Derek Welch, saying he's probably using some choice words right now and going to be using some no-no words on the Discord later. One of those guys over there at Numb Thumbs Gaming that sponsored tonight's race. And this Numb Thumbs racing team, they just not the best of luck tonight, but it's only one race.
They got one of them, I believe, Richard Gray. Mikolov is with him, and he's in P12 right now.
Oh, look at the 54 doing that shoot up the middle strategy. Side drafting, back and forth. Ran out of room, though, here. That's Brandon Coleman.
Yeah,
he got to Cale Turboville's back bumper and couldn't do anymore.
You caught it just at the same time as I did, watching him come flying up through the field. It looked like that boy had nitrous locked into his car. He was flying up through them.
A little aggressive.
Oh no, as we got a wrecking going down low. And we got wrecking going on behind them too. I think that's probably going to bring out the yellow, and it does. It was actually the secondary wreck that brought out the yellow.
Brian Doty on the radio taking responsibility for that one. Rick Spencer Walt not happy.
Oh, they're having to cut him short here. I think we're going to see some fights at the haulers. Oh, yeah. Choice words from Doty. I like this.
Yeah, my man. Oh,
he did. He just came down a little too much on the 13, caused that spin. But what was even more interesting was the big wreck that happened on behind them. You had Dylan Ellis involved. I believe the 10 of Stone Hutchinson got involved a little bit there. Looks like the 20 of Justin Lawson was able to get everything checked up before too much contact. Oh no, the 60 of Kyle Jackson getting involved. The
secondary wrecks collect the most cars and usually have the most damage. When you got these single car spins or double car spins, they usually spin down on the infield and they're fine, but it's all the checkups and secondary wrecks that really have the heavy damage.
Oh, man, it was the 27 of Curtis Critchley getting a big run, ended up going 4 wide just a little bit, and, man, something caught something, and everybody went for a wild ride back here. And the 13 of Rick Spencer Walt already had the little bit of that incident early. Just ends up getting tagged by a few guys here as everyone was kind of spinning out of control, and that's going to bring out another caution here, and it's going to bring us down into 10 laps to go by the time this thing goes back to green flag racing.
Yeah, Albert Anderson letting us know on Facebook. He said unintentionally turning someone sucks. He's been there. You know, he's been in that seat of the guy that, you know, made a mistake and wrecked a bunch of cars. And I mean, you feel it really bad about it, but you can't really go back in time and take it back. You can just offer your apologies and, you know, try to improve. And
well,
I think
there's
that's what
just
those guys do.
I mean, there's natural anger. People are competitive out here. I mean, there's accident, right? He thought he was clear. He came down. I think Doty came down in front of Spencer Walt there.
Yeah.
And Spencer Walt looked like he got through it. Then he got caught up in the secondary part of that accident. Hey, it does happen, but I understand why tempers do get flared, and that's kind of the cool part about racing, right? I mean, we can argue and fight, and then maybe drink a beer after the race and talk about it.
I mean, if it was easy and stress-free, you know, everybody'd be able to do it. And these guys are definitely doing their best out there. Mac McBride on Facebook saying, man, the number 5 of Naylor escaped death on that wreck. I'm going to go back and look.
Yeah, he did. Yahtzee.
Stephen Naylor in the 5 machine. see what we see here. Yeah, he made it through the scrum there. Oh, man. Yeah, he had a couple of guys spin, and he tapped the wall a little bit, but very lucky for the 5 there that he doesn't have more damage than he has.
As we continue under pacing here tonight, we got Derek Rowdy Puckett up at the front, going to be leading the charge. Another kind of new name up there towards the front, the 67 of Nathan Stanley. He's going to be out there, going to be starting on that outside. The 110, Richard Michelob Gray. He's going to be restarting here in third. Then you got some other kind of more big name people out there. You got Kevin Winker, Cale Turbeville, Joshua Moore, Brandon Coleman, Zach Staten. All of them lurking here, all within that top 10. But don't count out Henry Wyndham there. He's still in that top 10. The 75 of Brian Skidmore's in that top 10. I mean, even the 408 of Bay Area Rob or the 66 of Paul Ferdiani, they're just outside that top 10, still sitting in that top 15. So we still have a lot of racing here, even though it's going to be under 10 laps to go.
The 67, None Thumbs Gaming Moon Pie Toyota of Nathan Stanley up there. Going to be starting outside row number 1. One of those Numb Thumbs guys that's still out there racing that the guys can cheer for. And Derek Welch saying about his exit of the race, he said, it's all good. Racing's racing. Sometimes you have races like this. But he's all in just to have, just to sponsor a great league like this. So it's really great to have Numb Thumbs on board sponsoring some races here. Go check them out on Facebook and on the internet. It's a great community of gamers. If you're having trouble with some of these games and stuff or sims, hit these guys up. They're really a great bunch of guys, a great community.
Don't forget to follow AAA Broadcasting. These guys are amazing. I don't know what y'all think, but AAA Broadcasting, pretty good guys, right?
Yeah, they're all right.
Yeah, they're okay.
But being so down on yourselves, y'all are amazing, huh?
So Bruce Muehlberger, Muehlberger Custom Homes, pulling for the 51 machine that's got Muehlberger Custom Homes on it. They've picked up a few races this season. So thanks, Mr. Bruce, for watching. And looks like we're going back green one more time, hopefully.
That we are, as Andrew Hansley over on the Facebook saying, my night's over. 32 minutes of required repairs and out of fast repairs. Man, Andrew, that is some tough luck, bud. Sorry to hear that, and hope to see you back out there towards the front here next week. As we go back to green flag racing here, Nathan Stanley, Derek Rowdy Puckett side by side. That's a much better restart there. Everybody all still grouped up together. Not a lot of space for any kind of trickling to go along. You got that 42 of Kevin Winker, man. He's trying to get that truck all the way up towards that front.
Okay, here comes the 110. You got Numb Thumbs guys racing together now. The 110 and the 67, they found each other. Let's see if these Numb Thumbs racing guys can work together. That outside line is really strong right now.
Down.
51's a great pusher, though, isn't he? The 51 can push.
That he can, as Derek Rowdy Puckett getting that help from the 51 of Joshua Moore, kind of leading that bottom row along. Oh, there goes Joshua Moore looking out towards the middle. Might have just kind of gotten squeezed out of line. He's now stuck. So Derek Puckett losing the help that he's got. This is the chance for that outside line. If they had some momentum, they can make up a whole ton of ground here, but it doesn't look like they're going to be able to as the 110 dives down towards that middle line. That's going to leave a car out there on the outside all by himself.
Yeah, 27 to Critchley's coming. Let's see if he can help the other Numb Thumbs machine of Stanley. Looks like he's going to start pushing him. Big run on that outside line now, 3 wide. 3 rows deep here, or 2 rows deep. Looks like they may run out of momentum here. But Richard Gray's still leading this race in that middle lane with Josh Moore pushing him in that Muhlenberger's Homes car. Wow, man, this is getting good.
It's getting good, and we still have quite a few laps to go. You got to remember, this is 2.66 miles.
Ooh, oh no, it looks like Niccolo Gray might end up getting stuck on the outside. Oh no, and he gets tagged. Oh, might have drifted up just a little too much there and causes another big one here at Talladega.
Man, alive.
Hey, you're going 200 miles an hour, 3 or 4 wide, basically.
Look who
Stuff's going to happen.
Look who escaped it. The 67 Moon Pie Toyota. Still out there. Man, alive.
Ooh, I've heard some, I just heard some hatred out there on the...
Yeah, there's some folks that, hey, man, it gets heated out here, especially when you're coming down to it. You know, it'll be, what, 7 to go when the pace car crosses the line up here. But, you know, your key to the race was patience, patience, patience. But I think that time's over with.
Yeah, I think, well, yeah. We should have done like a brief with these guys. Hey, y'all need to have some patience here because there hasn't been much tonight.
Man, if you want a great in-car view, look at the 12 or the 67, man. Really, especially the 12 of Austin Johnson. Man, the seas just straight parted for him.
Yeah, he drove right through the middle of that mess, didn't he?
You see nothing but trucks there all around him. And then 2 seconds later, it's got some smoke, got some poofs, and then you got nothing but open track.
That's so nice.
Well, they're having a lot of discussion out there on the track, so it's hard to keep up.
Yeah, but that's gonna bring us down just about to a unofficial green white checker. I think we're gonna have some bonus racing here. Like normally we have what, 1 or 2 green white checker attempts. We might get a bonus one here. The way these laps go, I think it might even be a green white checker.
Adam, I got to say, I think Albert Anderson and you kind of kindred spirits, you know, because he just said on Facebook, he said, man, there's definitely going to be some fights at the hauler after this one.
Yeah, we get along. America's Driver and myself, we kind of understand each other.
Y'all can tell when it's time to throw hands.
Yeah, I know. We have like this sixth sense. I mean, it doesn't take a lot of brains either. You just kind of know. Hey, there's some upset guys out here, and we could have some fights. That's why I wish we had like a little extracurricular place to really throw down after the race. You know, it'd be kind of fun, like a virtual simulation fight thing or something. I don't know.
You don't really have to be Nostradamus to predict that there's going to be.
There you are again with the Nostradamus.
Anger at a plate track.
You know what? I'm going to start using that as my name.
No.
Don't ever call me by my name again. I am now Nostradamus. Or Captain Obvious, maybe. Kind of what you're getting at.
Lieutenant Obvious, maybe. I don't know if we're going to call you Captain.
Yeah, I'm not ready for that.
If we weren't PG-13, I know what to call you, but can't say that one on the air.
You'd get banned. We can't have you getting banned. You're the guy hitting all the buttons. I'm expendable.
I can't push all the buttons and stuff like that.
No, I don't know how to do any of that. I just know how to talk like an idiot.
Same here. I'm a trained monkey, can do what I'm doing.
Oh,
Man,
yeah.
so as we get a little bit more back to the racing action that we're going to have here on the track, we got some people up there. Man, they've got a good chance. You got Rodney Griffin in that 97. He's up 24. He's going to be starting here in 5th. He's had a kind of little bit of a rough ride, but he's out there up towards the front. Same thing with the 45 of Michael Grenolds. He's up 15 spots sitting in 8th. Same thing with the 75 of Brian Skidmore. You know, he's up 19. He's going to be up there in that top 10. Also, fan favorite, the 10 of Stone Hutchinson. Man, he's up 19 and just outside of that top 10. So we got a lot of people, whether they've heard a lot of noise from them or not. It's a lot of people up here, and this is really anybody's race.
I want to talk a little bit of something about what somebody just brought up on YouTube. HWG says, man, fast repairs are bad because they're driver life rafts. He's like, get rid of them. We've seen that in a couple of different leagues, eliminating fast repairs altogether. Some leagues use incident per lap count to try to regulate it. That's just kind of the nature of super speedway racing. Even if these guys didn't have fast repairs, you'd still see. I think you'd still see quite a few incidents out here. They, probably not the same amount of cautions. Maybe a caution or two less, but I think
it's debatable.
Yeah,
it's debatable. I mean, maybe knock it down to 1. That's something to do with the guys in this league. I have no skin in the game. I like watching these guys go at it personally.
Yeah.
So
every
I don't
league
have
does
anything
different.
But I will tell you this: what Brown was saying, the guys we haven't really mentioned, kind of like Brian Skidmore and Stone Hutchinson. You know why we haven't mentioned them? Because they haven't been involved in all the mayhem, and maybe their truck is clean.
Yeah.
And they can go from chump to champ here at the end. So that's a good point, Brown, because really you could just be quiet here, do your 60 laps in the back, let everybody kill themselves, and work your way to the front, and nobody will even notice.
Skidmore's one of them guys that keeps a clean truck, so see what he can do up here. He's got a few cars to pass, though, for sure. Go ahead, sir.
As we prepare to go back to green flag racing, it's going to be 4 laps remaining, so it's going to be a green, white checker here before we start to get into some of this bonus time that's going to be heading on down through. And that means that pace car is going to be making that dive off of the racetrack here and into pit lane one more time. And it is everybody's favorite time of the night. It is time to buckle up, strap on that drinking helmet, and throw inhibition out the window. It is time to go racing. You got the 8 of Derek Rowdy Puckett up front with the 42 of Kevin Winker right there on his outside. You got Zach Staten and Rodney Griffin right behind them, and off and running we go. Man, big restart there from the 8. He's going to get a big-time run. I think he wanted to jump up and get right in front of Kevin Winker right off the bat, but that's also going to allow people to kind of filter their way down and in. It looks like we're going to be single file here for the first couple cars at least, as everyone tries to figure everything out and get everybody all grouped back up and together. But that also is leaving some trucks on that outside line with zero help whatsoever, waiting for that 6 of Paul Durkee to come on up to help him out.
It looked like the 8 went right before I saw a green flag drop. That might get looked at, but I mean, it's not going to really benefit you here much because, as we've seen, the farther you get out front, the more it hurts you. See, it didn't really help him. Look at the outside run here, the 51 and the 60. Josh Moore. And is that Jackson?
Yeah, that is Kyle Jackson. He was up front a lot during the beginning part when Team Canada was all up front there, but Team Canada now kind of all blown apart here, all scattered around this track as we're 3 wide here, 3 laps to go. Oh, almost going for a wide. The 8 able to tuck it back up into line there. Just kind of went down below the apron just a little bit. Maybe a little bit of a checkup. But that middle lane with Joshua Moore getting a big time run, he's going to be able to drop right down in front of a few guys there.
Yeah, that Chevrolet of Josh Moore, the Muhlenberger Custom Homes Chevrolet truck, that patriotic paint scheme out there on the inside line, that's kind of where I like to be, except on the last lap. I kind of want to try to get where I can make a pass, because usually whoever's leading coming out of turn 4 is not going to lead the race. As you see, the middle and upper lines really get a good run. Check out Hutchinson and Turboville on the outside, the 99 and the 64, as you see them on your screen. Trying to make that outside line work. Not really getting there this time.
Yeah, this is go time. This is where, throw everything out the window at this point. mayhem shall ensue.
And with
Nope.
two laps to go, about ready to take to this white flag through turns 3 and 4, trying to get up to the front 3 wide. You got Stone Hutchinson leading that charge. You got Paul Durkee down low pushing the 51. You got the 97 of Rodney Griffin getting a big push there from the 75 of Brian Skidmore. And it looks like we're going to be able to come across the line and take the white flag. So this is it for tonight. White flag is out. No more cautions. This lap decides it. 3 wide here up at the front. Side by side, a racing here. Still that 10 trying to get as much of a run as he can. Oh no, the 6 of Paul Durkee loses a little bit of momentum there behind that 51. That's going to slow down that bottom line's run just a little bit. Allow Rodney Griffin there in that middle to kind of try to pick and choose his line there. And he's going to be able to jump down into that kind of bottom line as he gets kind of spun out up there at the front. So now that's going to give the lead out to Stone Hutchinson, leading the charge out here on that far outside line. Helter Skelter behind him. It's going to be the 75 making a hard charge up here through the front on the bottom line. Blocking is the 10. Oh, up into the wall, getting tagged. So 75 and the 51 being able to stick together there on that bottom line. Picking up the win, Brian Skidmore with the 10 of Stone Hutchinson, finishing across the line, backwards spinning and sideways.
What a finish. I've actually got Josh Moore scored in second. But yeah, what a finish. What mayhem coming to the line behind the leaders.
Yeah, that was mayhem. I just heard someone calling someone an idiot on the radio. That's awesome.
And poor Rodney Griffin, you know, hey, we talk about it all the time. I don't want to be in the lead, and that's why Rodney Griffin in the 97 got pushed up there, stuck to that inside line. Looks like he might have stolen a win here and, you know, won this race. And, you know, stuff happens out there. You got a target on your back end at that point.
Yeah, but Stone Hutchinson pulled out a 3 somehow as he got involved in that last incident. Wow. That was like the real deal there.
Man, and you know what? When it comes to plate tracks, those are the finishes we like. Something, you know, coming down to the line. You still have about dang near 10 cars, you know, coming across out of turn 4 and coming through that tri-oval until things got a little bit of tight back there. But man, that's racing.
Yeah, that's what it is, man.
Well, we did have a sponsored
good show.
machine. We had a sponsored machine finish in 6th. Nathan Stanley in the 67 Moon Pie machine did finish 6th. Thanks so much for Numb Thumbs for coming on board with us and supporting some of this great racing that you're seeing tonight. Great sponsorship opportunities for these races, and a lot of folks taking advantage of that. So appreciate Numb Thumbs Gaming for coming on board.
Man, can't wait to talk to some of these guys.
Yeah, they're fired up on the radio, aren't they?
I don't think they're worried about us.
We had a couple folks saying that, you know, they wish they had a scanner so they could listen to what's going on. Maybe that's something we could look at in the future, but my goodness, I don't know if y'all want to hear all of this. But overall, I don't know what you guys thought. Yeah, we had quite a few cautions, but overall, I think it was exciting. I mean, that's kind of what I look forward to, is something that's engaging, exciting. I think we had
man.
a pretty eventful race.
Nobody wants to see watch boring, right? So
Well, it's never going to be boring in a super speedway league.
that's what I'm talking about.
Catch these guys every Tuesday, and go ahead, Mr. Brown.
As getting some people in here to that podium finisher waiting kind of area. So let's start off tonight's interviews here with the 51 of Joshua Moore, able to sneak away with a second. I know, especially that final lap, Josh, it got really crazy, but I mean, just this entire race in general, you guys there in that 51. Had a kind of rough go of it kind of in the beginning and kind of towards the middle, but able to kind of clean things up and work your way up here to the end. And you gave yourself a great shot here for a win.
Yeah, I'm still not too sure what happened. That was a lot of chaos.
Well, you know, you looked strong most of the night. We did see you getting involved in a couple of accidents, including one of them under caution. But that 51 Muhlenberger Custom Homes machine did look pretty strong. We did have some comments online talking about they love that paint job, and I'm sure you wish you could have come away with the first place. But hey, silver's not terrible.
Yeah, I'm completely fine with the second place. I want to thank Muhlenberger Custom Homes for sponsoring my car, and happy to come away with the second.
Yeah, that was a great job there. Team America pulling it out. So to make it through all that mayhem and get second place, I think that's pretty much a feat after what happened tonight. So congrats.
Thanks.
All right, we'll head on down and let's talk to our third place finisher here. That's going to be Stone Hutchinson in that 10 truck. He's up 29 spots, which means he's the hard charger of the day, coming away with a third place finisher. And man, Stone, it looked like you had a great chance at it there at the end. Just, typical plate track finish there. Everybody all scattering around. I know you got some late contact there as you were coming to the line, and things happen, man. But still, a great race and great way to finish that one for you.
Yeah, man, I got to hand it to 64. I came up on him, and I should have stuck bottom. I probably would have had a chance to win that race, but I didn't, and I kind of screwed us both up, but I'm glad we at least got 3-4. But, yeah, it was a good race. Me and my teammate Dylan Ellis, we stuck back in the back all race. We talked about it. And as many wrecks they was or not, that was the plan. We had one fast repair left coming in. We was ready to go for them last 10 laps, and it worked out. And, man, I wish I could have got that win. But, again, I hate it for the 64. I felt bad because I did go up in him. But it was a good race. I'm glad for a top 3.
Yeah, we did see Dylan Ellis. He did finish one lap down, but looked pretty strong. He was one of those guys charging his way up through the field, as you mentioned. It's important to have teammates, but when it comes down to it at the very end of a race like this, pack racing and stuff, you really got to work with who's around you. Who were the good pushers out there today, especially towards the end of the race?
64. 64, me and him took that high line. Somebody else started. I can't remember who started that high line. We were sitting there 3 wide, and he pushed me, and it was sitting there. And I knew as we went into the turns, we kind of lost the crowd. But, man, coming out of those corners, man, we were hauling. And I knew if it came down to it, and I stayed straight, we was going to have a chance. And we did, and it down to it. And it should have been me and him at the line, but I messed up, and I went into him. But still, man, it was good. And, yeah, my teammate Dylan, this Super Speedways, somebody else's problem can't be your problem, so I hate it for him. But we was there at the end. He just kind of got a little worse luck than I did. But I was happy for Rosetta Motorsports, man. We've been running good here lately.
Yeah, well, your fan club's happy. You got any shout-outs or anything you want to tell anybody hello? Hey, congrats on that podium finish.
Yeah, Rosetta, man. That's the gang. They all know who they are, and my family. I think they're watching. But, yeah, just my boys, man. It's fun. We just do this for fun. We have a good time doing it and talking about it. But, yeah, me and D-Boy, we're just trying to bring some wins home for Rosetta, and I wish I could have. But it's all good. We'll go again, I guess, iRacing next week.
Yeah, man. Well, again, congrats on picking up the third place finish here tonight, and wish you and your team best of luck here this coming week and upcoming season.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate y'all what you do.
All right. And that's going to bring us to the final interview of the night. That is the 75 of Brian Skidmore picking up the win here at Talladega in a crazy cross-the-line finish here, up 27 spots from where he started, man. Now, Brian, we got to admit, we really didn't say your name a lot here tonight, and that may be a good thing or a bad thing because there was a lot of wrecks going on kind of in the beginning and the mid part of this race. But, man, we said right there when you guys were going back live with about 4 laps to go, man, this is a guy to watch out for.
Yeah, you said it crazy. I stayed in the rear pretty much 80% of the race, so I didn't want no part of it. Everybody going through wide and stuff, but that's good racing. But I was trying to save what I had and for the end, and luckily it worked out.
Well, Brian, we did talk about how clean of a truck that you kept in comparison with most of the field, and I'm looking at the incident count right now. A couple of trucks had 8 incident points, and you had 9. I mean, tied for second, keeping a clean truck. That's how you get up there and stay safe, is taking care of yourself early, I guess, and riding in the back as much as you can. That's kind of like what me and Adam like to do when we do plate races, and it really did pay off. And those late runs that you made, got you up there. So good job on keeping a clean truck tonight.
Yeah, I probably had 0 till that second to the last caution. That's when I got taken out. Then right there, as I was going on the pit, somebody come out of nowhere and hit me again. I didn't see who that was, but that's probably where I got 8 of them right there, just with about 5 to go. Luckily, I had a couple fast repairs and got to use one, and I don't really know what happened on that last lap. I was sitting third, then all of a sudden it just opened up, and I don't know what happened to Stone there.
Well, that's Talladega, man. That's what happened.
It is.
But you did a great job. We used the word patience tonight, and we didn't see a lot of that. But apparently, you might have been listening to us because you did have patience, and it paid off for you. Awesome run. You got anybody you want to talk to, say hello, or thank for that awesome victory you did tonight?
Hello to my kids, Tyler and Shelley, all my grandkids, and thanks to Rodney Griffin and Michael Hicks, my teammates. We helped each other out. Luckily, or unluckily, they didn't make it there at the end, but we tried to help each other out, and that was the strategy, to stay in the rear and try to see what we had there at the end. So,
old Rodney looked like he had a shot there too.
Yeah, I pushed him up there. Then I said, "You got the inside if you want it," and he took it. Then I don't know what happened there, but I was hoping it was going to be me and him first and second.
Well, man, either way, walking away here, the race winner at Talladega. Good job. Again, congratulations. And good luck here for the rest of the season and next week, as I think you guys are headed back to iRacing Super Speedway.
Yep. Looking forward to it. I like iRacing and Talladega. That's my 2 favorite right there. But I'd like to thank you all too for all the stuff you guys do, and Greg. And this is a great league. We've been in a few of them. I've not been on this about 6 months, me and Rodney and all of us, but we found a few we didn't care much for. But this is going in the right direction. So we appreciate everybody.
I think they got the formula right on it.
Yeah,
I really do.
Just getting used to all of us getting used to each other. We'll get there.
And that, my friends, brings us to a close here at Talladega Super Speedway. And man, did we have a Super Speedway race in store for you tonight.
Yeah, that's what happens here. I mean, you're going to get quite a few cautions, especially when you've got a few fast repairs and a car count this high, a truck count this high. 33 drivers out there all trying to get this win, and only one of them can get it. But a lot of aggression late, and hey man, that's what happens at these big tracks where you got pack racing. It's a lot of fun to watch. It's real stressful to run as a driver, I'm going to tell you that right off the bat, but really amazing entertainment to watch. So we appreciate all the viewers online watching tonight, and Numb Thumbs Gaming for sponsoring tonight's race. Go check those guys out on Facebook. Join that community if you're into gaming, and they do a lot of streaming and stuff over there too. Go hit them up. There's a lot of good support over there. They're a great bunch of guys.
Yeah, had a lot of fun, man. Let's count this thing down. Thanks to HCK, BeaglesRacingLeague.com. Check those guys out. And let's wrap this thing up, Brown.
Let's wrap it up. Let's head on through the final finishing order here tonight with the 75 of Brian Skidmore, up 27 spots from where he started, just shy of a hard charger award. Man, just shy at 27 spots improved. Man, that's impressive in itself. But he picked up the big time win here tonight. You got that 51 of Joshua Moore, had a great run there towards the end, just a little short there, but able to come away with a second. You had that 10 of Stone Hutchinson, your actual hard charger of the race there, up 29 spots, finishing in a podium third place finish there as he kind of came across the line a little sideways. You had that 6 of Paul Durkee, man. He was up front, he was in the middle, he was in the back, he was all over the place here tonight.
In the air.
Yeah, he was even in the air at some of these points and able to walk away with a fourth place. A great race there for Paul. Cale Turbeville, we saw him make some great moves there late, just falling a little short as well, but still a great top 5 finish, up 20. You had Nathan Stanley have a great race in that 67, walking away with a 6th. You had Zach Staten in that 88, walking away 7th with Derek Rowdy Puckett. Man, he made a lot of noise here tonight in that 8 truck. He is finishing here in 8th. Austin Johnson came away with a 9th place finish for the 12. And rounding out the top 10, the 97 of Rodney Griffin, who was in a great spot to maybe pick up a win here tonight.
Yeah, Bay Area Rob in the 408 San Francisco 49ers machine finishing 11th. Brandon Coleman in the 54 finishing 12th. Kyle Jackson, one of the Canadian cats out here that does such a great job every week. Luck wasn't with him this week, as finishes 13th after starting in 4th in that 60 truck. Kevin Winker in the 42 finishing 14th. Cody Staten finishing 15th. Rick Spencer Walt, one of them guys, he started on the pole tonight. And hey, that's the nature of pack racing. And it did bite him tonight and ended up finishing 16th. Michael Reynolds in the 45. We didn't really talk about him much tonight, but still finished on the lead lap after starting 23rd, finishing in 17th place. Richard Gray, Numb Thumbs gaming team there. Richard Gray in the 110 Michelob truck, finishing 18th. Dylan Ellis is your first truck one lap down, finishing in 19th. And rounding out your top 20, the 25 truck of Mark Collins.
Yeah, there you go. Number 20, Justin Lawson at 21st place. 28 of Henry Wyndham. 22nd, 66, Paul Ferdiani. Italian. Got to get that. 23rd. 31 of Brad Taylor. 24th. Number 5 is Stephen Naylor. And 25th. He had a cool paint scheme out there. 27th, Curtis Critchley, Canadian. Didn't like that run at 26th. Number 2 of Brian Doty, 27th. 24 of Andrew Hansley the 4th. 28th, the Chef.
He's had a rough
30.
year.
He's not. He's gonna get there. He's gonna get there. Having a rough time out there. The 30, the Chef, Matthew Jones, 29th. Number 1 of Derek Welch, 30th. 7 of Rick LePage, 31st. 76, Michael Hicks, 32nd. And the old Baltimore Oriole himself, Eddie Murray, number 33, in 33rd.
Well, that concludes tonight's action here at Talladega. We thank you all for tuning in and watching and hanging out with us. You guys are the reason why we do this, because otherwise it'd just be 3 guys talking about racing, and it would just get awkward with nobody out there wishing and having some fun with us. So we thank you guys, and look forward to seeing you guys week in and week out. Also, again, big thank you to the Numb Thumbs gaming community. Man, if you ever feel alone when you're playing some of these games, whether it's iRacing or Truck Sim, Farm Sim, Wreckfest, anything, go check these guys out, and go make some new friends. This day and age, it's kind of hard to make some friends and kind of get out there socially and whatnot. So this gives you that chance to go have some fun and make connections with some people. So big thank you to them for sponsoring this great race and some of the future races coming up in this season. And yeah, so that's it for tonight. I'm Alan Brown. For Alan English and Adam Turner, we are signing off. Oh, actually, we are not broadcasting tomorrow night the Vigilante Racing League. It seems their all-star team has been hit big time by the COVID, and a lot of people are sick there, so they're postponing that for at least a week there. So hope you guys get better soon, and can't wait to see you guys back out there on the track. So we are off tomorrow night, which means the next night you can catch us live here at AAA Broadcasting at M.TV. It's Friday night when the Midwest Days of Thunder Cup Series heads to Daytona for their duels race, setting up the starting lineups for the inside and outside rows. I got a feeling that race in action might start a little earlier than normal, so definitely keep your eye on your notifications. Hit that like button, bells, whatever, whistles. I don't know how many platforms are out there, you know.
Foghorns.
Whatever gets you all the information to alert you that, hey, you know, we're live. Come watch some great race in action here. Make sure you hit that, and keeps you and us kind of in the loop and enjoy some time together. But on that note, signing off. Have a great night.
We gone.
See ya.